Good afternoon. How you guys doing? Hope all is well. This is definitely an impromptu stream, but I want to do the stream for many reasons. If you're new here, be sure to show some love. So the price of beauty, I got a lot to say about that. This one is definitely for the girls out there who are still getting perms, who are still doing the creamy crack thing. My experience each is own. Fair use for some video clips I'm going to share in the stream so far at some point. But again, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me just make sure I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so hit y'all with a little bit of knowledge. The price of beauty hurts, especially when it comes to this creamy crack era. Real quick. I think the first time I got a perm was probably around 11 years old. For you guys who do not know what a perm is, it is that white substance that turns curly, thick, coily hair to a very straight, shiny, bohemian look. Helps you manage your hair a lot better if you have really thick hair that requires a lot of maintenance. And every 6 to 12 weeks, most of us, Black, Brown, and Latino people, or people of any other ethnic background that has a really 4C, 4B, 4A, 4D ish, if you believe in that hair great texture thing, makes that hair very, very fine and shiny and straight and very manageable to do various things that you probably couldn't do without that creamy crack. We call it a perm, we call it relaxer. For some people, makes your hair straight, some people makes it curly, but for people like me, it definitely made my hair straight. So I definitely did my first perm around 11 years old. Between 14 and 15, I finally learned how to do my own. And definitely between my 20s and 30s, I went to Dominicans and Black people in salons and did the whole wash and set, the trim, the deep conditioner, and let them do my perms. I was definitely spending about maybe 25 to $75 a visit when I was doing these processes to my hair. And again, it took my hair from very, very, very kinky looking to very, very straight looking. So for those of you out there who have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, I'm gonna show you a video real quick. Right here, this is DIY, what it looks like when a girl's getting a perm. This is the process. We may call it a relaxer. And you can get a perm or relaxer done at home in a professional salon. If you know what you're doing, if you're an esthetician or cosmetologist, you can do this. And today I want to talk about some of the horrible things I've experienced, out this journey. It's been bad. I'm talking burns, scabs, hair loss, pain. It's been a lot, and this original journey of having relaxers has definitely wounded me up to doing things like eventually becoming natural and actually now having dreadlocks. So here's a picture right here of a girl who has a burn, and I've definitely experienced these burns when it came to perms and relaxers. And again, this happens when your hair is being overprocessed, or you do something wrong, or your hair is just, been freshly scratched prior to the process and chemicals of putting this relaxer with this lye in your hair, and it gets really ugly. This picture right here, here's a girl with a scab. I've definitely experienced the scabs like this from doing my own perms at home, and I've definitely experienced this going to a professional hairstylist. Again, Dominican, Black people, people in the family, friends of friends who said they could do hair, and definitely had those experiences. And these things hurt. Beauty is pain. There are many reasons why these things happen. It's painful. It hurts a lot, but it happens to the best of us. And after enough burns, scars, scabs, and hair loss, I've definitely felt like, you know what, I'm going to definitely try to do the natural thing. And the natural thing led me to, dreadlocks. And, I've definitely feel like I've had everything, perm, natural hair, weaves, wigs, box braids, cornrows, hair pieces. I've done everything. I swear I really have. But for me, the prettiest I thought I felt was when I had a perm. And when I had a perm, it just never dawned on me how much damage I was putting into my hair just to feel somewhat pretty, somewhat beautiful. So this is for all the girls in the back who feel like you need to have straight hair to be pretty. You really don't. The pain ain't worth it. At the end of the day, it's gonna change your hair texture and your hair grade forever. By the time you try to, tame and maintain your hair to get it to what you want, it took forever. Even when you go big chop, sometimes you gotta do big chops once, twice, three times. Actually get that real thick texture you're really looking for, and sometimes you can never get it back. But this is also for everybody who felt like only straight hair, curly hair, tamed hair, polished hair, silky hair was beautiful and relatable and should be seen. That's not true, sis. Whoever needs to hear this, that's not true, sis. The Experiences of relaxers have been definitely devastating and damaging to me, to many people out there. Again, I've definitely had scabs that look like this in my head. I've definitely had burn marks that look like this in my head when I got perms. And I've definitely had perms in my hair so long that my hair was over processed and was completely burned. And by the time I actually got my hair to be washed out in the sink of the salon or wherever I was, my hair was already burned. It was already singed to the point that the cold water was really killing me every time the cold water would touch my scalp. Every time I got a shampoo in that burned scab area, it was burning my soul. I was really like, clenching up, my entire body getting tense because of how that open wound burnt so much with chemical and soap and water mixed in together, trying to cool down the heat on my scalp. I've definitely lost a lot of hair, a lot of baby hair, a lot of skin, a lot of hair loss, trying to keep up with the pretty polished look. Good afternoon. Thank you for popping through Third World Columbia. Nice to see you. And at the end of the day, it just was not worth it, like having scabs in my head, having blisters in my head, having sores in my hair, losing hair, having to cut hair off, having to try to rub oils on my scalp to break up the scabs and sores, and have cotton swabs to control the bleeding and pus and oozing in my scalp because of over processing of perms was a lot. It was very, very stressful. So it doesn't really, serve me any purpose anymore. I never see myself getting a perm again in the future. Never do. I don't see it for my future. I really, really don't. But I know there's a large population of women out there that are still getting the creamy crack. They're still getting perms. They're still going to the Dominicans or the Puerto Ricans or whoever they go to get that nice wash and set and that silk press or whatever. And that's all good for you. That's what you do. But this is for those people out there that's still using perms and chemicals. Like it's really not worth it. Years of perming and relaxing your hair is gonna ultimately change the texture and the grade of your hair to the point where you will lose that thick original curl pattern and then you will almost never get it back. Once it's gone, it is so gone. Again, I showed you guys some pictures of some of the some of the images that closely relate to things I've experienced doing my own perms, having my hair permed in a salon, this matted, scabby look, this red sore look. Like this is all results of getting a relaxer, getting a perm, and again, it's really pretty. It makes your hair become very much more manageable to do ponytails, styles, just get up and go type of thing, depending on how long your hair is or how thick your hair is. And it can definitely be a convenience, but I am not mad to be this person right here, right now. Definitely not, because at the end of the day, the price of beauty, geesh, it hurts when your head is bleeding, when your head is sore, when it hurts to comb your hair, when it hurts to brush your hair, when it burns to shampoo your hair, when it burns to condition your hair, when it burns to touch your scalp. Like it is not cool at all. It's a horrible feeling. Like for some people, hair is beauty, spirit, confidence. And when your hair ain't feeling right or looking right, or when you feeling sensitive or sore, or it's just a very uncomfortable feeling. But yes, our birthdays are coming up. Yep. My birthday is May 14th, y'all. Buy me a present. May 14th, Taurus season is here. But yeah, never see me getting a perm again. Never see me getting a relaxer again. I can't say if I'll ever cut my locks or comb them out and get my hair blown out or whatever. Like I'm not there yet, so about none of that. But today's conversation is specifically about my experience with hair relaxers, and again, I'm taking it way back to the early '90s, the early '90s, mid '90s. I started getting perms in my hair to the point where I started learning how to do my own perms to the point where I had experiences with losing hair, having burns, scabs, all the other crazy, funky, stinky stuff. And let me be clear, the scab smells. The scab smells funny. It smells like an open sore. It smells like an open wound. So imagine your head smelling like an open wound or open sore. Like that's really gross, but it's really some of the real effects you have after like, improperly having hair managed, perm, relax, by a professional who does not know what they're doing, including you trying to do it yourself. Like it happens, which is why I'm so grateful that I'm here right now in this journey where although I have bleach and color in my hair, which is a chemical, I'm not getting my scalp relaxed. I'm not putting lye and all that in my scalp where I'm actually burning up my scalp. I'm definitely not having that experience. Hey, Irby, how are you? Nice to see you. So, do you guys know of women who are still actually perming and processing and relaxing their hair right now? I'm pretty sure there's a great, group or population of women because, again, a lot of women still wearing weaves and wigs and lace fronts, and it's each its own. Like no judgment on what you wear in your hair, but I'm just saying from my experience, while perms and relaxers make my hair very silky and manageable and pretty looking, yeah, that scalp was on fire. Oftentimes, 9 times out of 10, whenever I went to get my hair permed or touched up or relaxed with somebody I knew or professional or my own, 9 times out of 10, there was a good chance that I left with some kind of sore or burn or scab as a result of, the perm or the touch up not properly being done, or, it was in too long, or, it wasn't in long enough. And I don't know, there's just so many different avenues of when it comes to your hair being permed and processed. Sometimes people just be tired and they just be doing a rush job and they don't do everything right. And if you don't speak up sometime, you see something wrong, you don't speak up when someone's doing your hair, that's your fault as well because you're paying for services not being properly done for you. So if you don't speak on it, like you're just guilty, I guess, right? Yeah, but you guys know people that still get perms. Like I don't know. I think the last time I had a perm was probably like 2000 and I don't know. I'm gonna probably have to say I don't know 2016 maybe 2016 maybe 2017. I don't remember, but I definitely was a Revlon person. I was getting Revlon perms. I was getting Cream of Nature perms. I was getting L'Oreal perms. I was getting Dudley's perms. I was getting, kitty perms. I was getting whatever perms were affordable, reading the box, mixing it up, like they say, putting on the gloves, getting the oil more, putting the oil in front of my hair, sectioning my hair into 4 parts, combing up every part, thinner and thinner, combing creamy crack relaxer into my hair. So I got all 4 parts, combed in, and we'll do the roots, we'll do the mids, the ends of each part, wait 30 minutes or so, or whatever the box said, rinse it out, do the lye shampoo 2, 3 times like the box says, do the conditioner. And sometimes it was a hit, and sometimes it wasn't a hit, and I would have burns, I would have sores, I would have scabs, and sometimes when you know better, you do better, but that was the cheap way of not spending 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $90 in a salon to get a relaxer or to get a touch up because it could be pricey depending on where you're going. If you're new to the place, if you got to pay a consultation fee, it gets pricey in these salons, in New York City. Even back then, when you're getting your hair done for the first time or you're new to the salon or you got a lot of hair, you got long hair, if you got thick hair. Hey, Denise, how are you? Thank you for popping through. Sometimes, it can be a little racist. People can want to charge you more because they feel like you got more hair to work with, more hair to deal with. So it's going to take them longer to do your hair. So it can go a lot of different ways. But honestly speaking, I grew up seeing all my friends get perms. It wasn't just me. All of my friends were getting perms, and the girls wasn't getting perms. They were getting their hair hot combed and hot pressed, which was pretty much a comb that was put on the stove that was meant to make your hair appear straight. And before I got a perm, that was the first thing I got. I got the hot press. It was the original hot silk or hot press or silk press. We would sit in the chair in the kitchen. They would part your hair in 4 parts. They would grease your scalp in each of the 4 sections. They would put some grease on each section of your hair, and they would take the hot comb off the stove that was lit under a fire. They would blow the comb, let the comb cool on some newspaper, blow it, and they would nicely stroke every strand of your hair with that hot comb from the very close nap of your skin all the way to the end. And they would do that for every section of your hair until your hair was long, silky, and straight and greasy. And that was my first perm. It wasn't a perm, but it was called getting your hair hot comb or getting your hair straight ironed. And that's what we would do for picture day. Anytime people's going out, you going somewhere, that was it. But again, going back to my first relaxer, I was definitely 11 years old when I got my first relaxer. Definitely around age 14, 15, I started doing my own perms, buying the perms from the store, the beauty supply store, or like, where you can find a box perm. Back in the day, you probably had perms in like regular bodega stores, grocery stores. They had like perm boxes. Supermarkets, there was various places you could find like perm boxes, but Around my early teens, I was doing my own perms, and again, around my ages 20s to 30s, I was going to professionals, mostly Dominicans. Dominicans got a real great reputation in New York City for doing the best hair when it comes to wash and sets, styles, trims, twists. They got a great reputation in New York City for doing the best hair. So most black girls, brown Latino girls, they go to Dominicans. Some people go to Spanish people. Depends when you're just getting a wash and set or a style, but when it comes to that flowing hair, that trim, that doobie look, most people go to Dominicans, and I would go to the Dominicans too. I was up in there too in the Dominicans, in Spanish Harlem, the Bronx, wherever the Dominican section is. There's a Dominican section in every borough in New York City. There's a Dominican section in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. There's all little tribes of every culture everywhere. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Denise. Shout out to Uncommon Sense Jose and the Grown. Thank you guys for showing some love right now. But yeah, that was back in the jiggy. You know, we all went to the Dominicans to get our hair done, and the thing about it was, honestly speaking, like, unfortunately, I'm gonna sound real petty and silly right here. We often, I'm not gonna say all black girls, but I was one of those black girls where I would try to shop for the cheapest Dominican price. So, most Dominicans would charge anywhere between like $12 to like $25 for a wash and set, which is pretty much you can get hair washed, you can get hair conditioned, you're going under the rollers, they're oiling your scalp, they're blowing it, they may be flat iron it, possibly depending. They're wrapping it in a doobie, giving you pins, or they're not wrapping it in a doobie, they may give you like a nice little fabric faucet flow, depends on what you want. That was like between $12 to like $35 back in the day for most Dominicans. And I would really try to find the one who had the cheapest price or who's the most convenient. But still, I would find myself going to Brooklyn, the Bronx, other places just to get like different experiences, to find out who could be my plan B, my plan B and plan C people. But that's what we did, and they will always say it was not good. When you getting your hair done by people, you're not supposed to jump around to different stylists. You're not supposed to jump around to different people because you only supposed to have certain people in your hair because people who are spiritual, maybe not religious, we feel like people can put things get to you through your hair and your food, and not that it's about anything like that, but when you want your hair to grow or you want to be consistent with something, you need to stick to one person, not just be all over the place experimenting different things, because then you won't know who is working or what is working, right? So with that, it's like, that was my problem too. I would just shop for wherever it was cheap or I heard somebody went, and I wasn't really trying to spend time with one person until after years of damage. I found my one lady, Kathy, in the Bronx. Shout out to Kathy. She's in the Bronx, I think on like 151st, and I think I can't even think right now. I think right there by 149 and 3rd Avenue. I'm in the Bronx. Shout out to Kathy. Kathy was doing my hair for a good maybe 10, 15 years. She was my Dominican mommy in the Bronx. I forget exactly where she is, but she's definitely like between 151st and the Bronx, whatever the case is. But she was doing my hair for years, did my friends' hair, did my kids' hair. Was definitely going to her during my natural stage. I mean, my perm relaxed stage. And when I went natural, she was so upset with me. She was so upset when I went natural because she knew she wasn't getting that money no more. She knew I wasn't coming from the washing sets because when I went natural, I wasn't trying to process my hair. I wasn't trying to blow dry it. I didn't want no heat. I wasn't trying to get no silk presses. I didn't want to get no blowouts. I didn't want to get no flat iron. I didn't want to get none of that. So pretty much me going natural meant I was putting her out of business because I was walking around with the big fro like Pam Grier, like all the other black girls smelling like cocoa butters and mangoes, all kind of herbs and weird smells, with the whole natural hair experience. So like she definitely like lost money. But long story short, she definitely held me down for years, about 10, 15 years. Shout out to Kathy. She was definitely doing my hair back in the jiggy. So definitely love Kathy. She was one of those stylists that pretty much when I would go to her, she would tell me like, "Oh yeah, bitch, you want to somebody else do your hair? Why your hair looking like this? You not taking care of your fucking hair?" Like she would curse me out when she saw my hair looking funny. If she thought my hair was falling or breaking or looking damaged, she'd be cursing me out in Spanish, trying to teach me Spanish. She was like, "Look at your fucking hair. Why the fuck you been? You don't come see me? You cheated on me with another stylist?" She was always possessive and controlling. Like she was really, really funny. Always checking on my mom and my kids and the family. Like always, it was like I knew her. You got a stylist when they talk about more than just your hair. And when they tell you when your hair's looking messed up and they tell you when to fix it, when, to get on your ish because your hair looking crazy. But I would hate not going to her for a long period of time because I know she would be cursing me out in Spanish, asking me where I've been. Was I trying other stylists? Like she ain't want me cheating on her with other stylists. I had to respect the game, respect the hustle. But yeah, I was cheating on her with other stylists here and there. Again, like I told y'all from the beginning of the chat, I was definitely going to other people, trying to find the cheapest prices, the most convenient areas to go to. And for me, that's just what it was back then. I was ignorant. I wasn't smart about it, which is why I had so much damage with my hair, so much problems because I would go get a color with somebody who I never even spent money with before. I would go get a trim or cut with somebody who didn't even do my hair before. Like I would just jump all around and just be all messy with it and be wondering why my hair was falling out. And I was doing bright things like dyeing my hair blonde, like very bright red, and watching all my bright red ends fall off, damaged, all fall off. And this is back in the perm days. This is back in like 2001, 1999, 2000. This is Young Dreadlock Diaries, age 20, 19-year-old Dreadlock Diaries before dreads. Like this is young me. And yeah, not paying attention, not knowing no better, trying to be cute like my friends, trying to look like, some kind of black straight hair girl with all kind of long length and color, and was just messing it all up. And if I could change it, I would, but it'd be like that. We mess up our hair. We all go through that. That's high school, that junior high school. We want to look like these chicks on TV. Then we get older and realize that these chicks on TV is not even wearing their real hair. They got wigs and lace fronts, and we doing the same things our natural hair that they doing to their wigs and lace fronts, and we don't realize until years later. And then we mad at ourselves because of it. Like, oh wow, so she's not really dyeing her hair. She has wigs, she has weaves, so that's why her hair looks like that because she's not doing it to her hair. Like, oh my god, I'm crazy. Yeah, hence how I got to the natural stages of my journey where I started to do like, the big chop, the big chop phase. So again, because I have so many people here right now and I didn't even expect it, want to just go back. We're talking about the relaxer, the time we actually get the creamy crack in your hair. We're talking about the time right here where you try to do it yourself and it may go wrong. This is what we're talking about, the relaxer days, the price of beauty, the things we do to try to look beautiful to ourselves or be the prettiest or have the most manageable hair or look like our favorite celebrity, singer, author, writer, actress, model, whatever you want to call it. And we go through things like this, getting the burns. I've had these burns in my scalp is no joke. Like I've had scabs like this in my head from perms and relaxers. It's really no joke. This really hurts. It hurts a lot. The pain is not worth it for me. Like these scars go deep. These scars will make you lose chunks of hair. I've had to cut out chunks of hair. I remember one time I had to have the entire back of my head shaved from stupid mistakes, messing with these perms and chemicals and relaxers. So it's so not worth it. It's really, really not worth it. Like, so if you guys know people out there who are still getting perms and relaxers, like I highly recommend you tell them like, to try to find an alternative because unless you necessarily need it because your hair is so damn thick and you can't find all the kind of treatment to make your hair more manageable, like those scabs and scars are a lot, a lot. And we've all seen more. Like there's so many pictures on the internet of women who have so much more damage than that. Like, there's one who went completely bald, like who've had to have like the entire head shaved off. Yes, Denise. It's really horrible, but people will do this. People will do this to look like these reality stars or these actors and models and singers who are not even doing this to their own hair. Is wigs, is lace fronts, it's pieces. Is there's that's when we see these people on red carpet and globe and the Golden Globes, the Emmys, the Tonys, like most of the time it's not their real hair. Even the men, like everyone has pieces, sprays, tints, ways to disguise and give the illusion of younger, youthful looks. And it's all good in the hood, like each his own. We all want to look good forever, look young forever, look good head to toe, try to be healthy and fit and, not have our waist looking too crazy. And sometimes we get to the point where we just don't even care. We're like, fuck it. If they don't love me for me, fuck it. Some of us get there. But it's like, yeah, the price of beauty, it's a lot. It's really a lot, But again, shout out to the women that, spend the money on those bomb ass Bohemian, Malaysian, Indian, water wave, silky, D wave, island wave, front row, UV, lace front, closure wigs, because those are really pretty. They really are. But I just can't get around knowing how to cut the baby hairs and glue them to my head and all of that without ripping my skin off. So definitely something I would do time to time, but I'm just not the girl that has that maintenance. I just want it to be done. I can just put it on my head. But those are really pretty. And I definitely see me getting a wig in the future. I don't know why, but just to say I got one. And I'm even thinking about getting extensions to my hair. Although my hair was growing and I'm definitely almost at bra strap. Yay! I definitely been talking about getting some extensions. I definitely think I want some extensions in my life. Just one time. Maybe one time. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate you. I didn't know you did that, but thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. But yeah, a lot of girls who grew up in the 80s and 90s have learned to do their own perms. They learned because their big sister did it to their hair, their cousin, their aunt, somebody in the family probably gave them their first kitty perm, their just for me perm or something like that. And that's how they learn how to do it. And from there, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's ugly. But having paint, having perms and relaxers is definitely high maintenance. Yeah, it definitely is. You cannot just have a perm and then for 3 to 4 months not get a deep treatment or not get a wash and set or not oil it or not style it or not shampoo it and expect to not see some breakage or some damage. Like, yeah, it needs a lot of maintenance. You need to get them washing sets at least every 2 to 4 weeks at least, depending on how thick or dry or your hair is in texture and grade. And yeah, you definitely need to have it in a nice scarf. Can't be sleeping on it crazy. And you can't have a lot of people in your hair. I always say that, like, you should never have multiple people in your hair unless you have multiple stylists. And that's kind of weird. Most people have one, maybe two, maybe three tops. But most people don't have a lot of different stylists. It's like the main person's in the backup for the most part. But everybody's different. Just saying. That's just me. But I definitely want to send a shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody who's here, live, replay, unique viewers, cloud watchers. Thank you guys for showing up. Really appreciate that. The point of this story here today is just me pretty much telling you my experience, when I had perm relaxed hair. It was, as Denise just said, super high maintenance. It was very expensive. And again, as I just showed maybe 10 or 15 minutes ago, very harmful. It hurt a lot. I definitely had burns like this. I definitely had scabs like this all over my head. I've had to cut hair out. I've lost hair. And at this point of the relaxer, you don't think it's gonna happen. You get to start to do it at home. Oh, I got this. I can do it. Days later, weeks later, you already know something's wrong because your hair starts feeling really dry, feeling really sore. And again, I've had pus oozing out of my hair, my scalp. I've had my scalp bleeding before. I've had like it smelled like an open wound, sore, a funky smell in my head because of experience with perms and relaxers, whether it was an old perm, it being overprocessed, someone saying they could do it but they couldn't, they messed up, me messing up. Like, it's been a journey. It's really, really been a process. But have you guys known someone who's been through this type of experience? Let me know. Let me know. It's really been painful. It's been a lot. The price of beauty is what I'm calling this stream. The price of beauty. The price of beauty has gotten me to where I am now with dreadlocks. Like, no lie, like the price of beauty. And I'm not gonna lie, dreadlocks hurt sometimes. If I let my dreadlocks go unwashed and untwisted for more than a month or two, my scalp hurts. It gets tender. It definitely does. Some people don't have that experience, but I do. I definitely do. Yep, Irby. I definitely used Dark and Lovely perms back in the day too. Yep, Dark and Lovely was one of them. Cream of Nature, Dudley's, Just for Me, um, Revlon, Motions. I use all them perms on the line. Sure did. The ones with no lie. Even used the kitty perms as an adult, thinking it's gonna be less chemical and lie in my head, so I would be good. But yeah, teach his own. It be happening. But I definitely would allow one of you guys to share your story, your experience. Can you relate? Denise says the crazy thing that happened to me is my front hair fell off because I was doing all kinds of crazy stuff to my hair. Yeah, that happened to me too. The back of my hair fell off. And this was like 11, 12. Like the whole back from ear to ear all just fell off. I was definitely at the time, I was using I started off with normal strength relaxers and I definitely upgraded to like the super strength relaxers. But I once I noticed that, my hair was looking paper thin, feeling paper thin, like, not you can tell when the hair goes from texture and body to just flat and limp. Once I started realizing my hair was going to flat and limp, it was like almost too late. It was to the point where I just started sneeze. It was to the point where every time I was going to the salon, I was getting a trim and a cut because my hair was just so damaged. So every time I was going to the salon, I was getting a cut, at least an inch or two every time, just to train that hair to get rid of that dead hair to try to protect that strong hair. To the point where I got like a bob to the point of like ear to ear. By the time I got the bob ear to ear, I was at that point just continually to cut up and up and up to cut out all the damage. And yeah, like my hair was just falling out just ridiculously. Like it just was ridiculous. Like I was crying at some points. I was so mad at myself for being so stupid, so irresponsible, just wanting to be pretty and beautiful and have relaxed straight hair because thinking that straight hair would make me pretty and just all the general curses, not knowing your beauty in your youth and not knowing what beauty is and self esteem and just having no, I don't know, structure, foundation, support to not know to think that way, I guess is the best thing I can say for me. And I'm just 100% transparent right now because I love my fucking lock journey. Sorry for the language, but I love my lock journey so much that I can look back now at the perm hair days, the natural afro days I've had, the days I've had box braids, the days I had cornrows, the day I've had natural wigs, the day I've had synthetic wigs. I can look back at all those hair experiences now that I'm approaching 4 years lock, June 1st, 2024. I'll be 4 years lock. I can look back at all these prior experiences with all these journeys of my hair, now being 42 years old, also, not being 19 or 29 and 39, but now turning 42 and just looking at all the dumb decisions I made with my hair, like all the stupid things I did, like always trying to fit in, like being a follower, not a leader, like just never owning and speaking up for my own voice of my hair. Just look at me now. Look at life. Look how we grow every day. We just grow, we grow, we grow. This topic just hit home for me so much because I was just having a conversation with my family talking about hair and back in the day and how things have changed from then to now and just like remember when we thought we were beautiful because of how we looked or what we had or how we wore our hair? Like that's what really motivated this stream just now, which is why I'm calling it impromptu. I haven't done a lot of live streams on this channel. I've been trying to do my best to be on my other channel. And thank you guys for all who are supporting right here and sharing my channel right now, sharing this stream right now. But I just say all this to say that, just, the growth mindset, seeing how everything changes or, history repeats itself and everything. But I just don't ever see me going back to perms. I just really don't. Like, that's one thing I don't see me doing. Like, I don't see me going back to perms. I'll be transparent and honest. Like, although I love my life journey, I could get to a point where I don't want them and I may want to comb them out. But even if I do, I don't think I'm going to get a perm. I think if I ever decide to comb out my locks, I'm gonna just wear my hair natural in whatever state it is and just wash it. I'll blow it out or whatever the case is, but I'm not gonna put any chemicals in it. I'm never going back to creamy crack. I'm not going. They can't make me. But I want to read some of these comments in the chat. I see a lot of comments right now. Shout out to Denise. Thank you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. She says, my hair fell off the night before my first job. It was horrible. Oh my God, girl. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Drop your comments, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this conversation. Any questions you have for me about my perm hair days, my perm hair journey, any questions of, the scabs, the scars, the burns, let me know in the comments. I'll read them out. I'll get back to you guys. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I feel you, Denise. Thank you. I hope the family's well. Good to see you. Like I haven't seen you lately. I know everyone does their thing. There's a departure here and there, but it's so good to see you. I'm happy to see you. Thank you for gracing my life with your beautiful face. Hope baby everybody's good, girl. Yeah, if I ever get rid of my locks, I'm gonna definitely just comb it out and wear it like supernatural thick and just keep all my coconut oils, avocado, mango, jojoba, tea tree, spearmint, rosemary, hip, all them oils. I'm gonna have them drinks on deck. I'm not getting rid of them. But guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's been so good talking to you guys. I've missed all of you guys. Honestly speaking, I started working again and I be tired. I'm going to bed early and everything, waking up early, and I just need to get myself back on a routine to do these live streams and to get this content out. But again, I said I'm not gonna be doing live streams. I really miss doing a live stream here, so I just did it but I definitely, doing more shorts and pre-recorded. It just works better for me in that way. But life be life, and y'all all know about it. We all go through our seasons when we up and we down, and now we all tired and everything, going to bed early, taking naps like a 40-year-old woman. So yeah, I'm definitely, gotta get ready for dinner soon, get it done earlier than later. But thank you guys so much for gracing me and showing love. I'm happy to see you live, Denise. I'm happy to catch you in real time. Thank you, Queen. Shout out to all of you guys for popping on the weekend. I know most of the moms in the chat are getting ready for Mother's Day coming up. Shout out to the mamacitas, the senoritas, the senoras. Mother's Day is coming. I don't know if you guys are doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but when we on much in the black household, it's simple. It's less. More is less. Less is more. When we on much. But my birthday is coming. May 14th. Save the date, guys. Send me birthday love. 42 is the number. That's the number for life and love and enduring every more day of another day going. But she said, all I want is sleep on Mother's Day. The kitchen is closed. Amen to that. Yes, shout out to all the mommies in heaven. Shout out to all the grandmas, the aunties who were moms, the big sisters who were moms, the cousin females who were moms, everyone who had a mother-like role in someone's life. Shout out to all those. We know we don't forget you, to those people that even weren't our moms, friends, you know, adopted family, blended families, mixed families. Shout out to all the good women, all the good mothers, especially those in heaven, our own as well. Like shout out to all the good moms, those moms trying to be better. Shout out to all of you guys. But yeah, guys, it's good talking to you guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. I think I'll do another open discussion today, and I'll open the panel to let people chime in and jump in. But I've been really working hard on structuring these little songs, these little videos and platforms to not get off topic, and I gotta get better with that so I can do open panel or I can do conversations that are live and still open a panel and not worrying about it being too far off. But shout out to everybody who helped me get to like 700 plus subscribers. Thank you guys. Ow. But yes, it's touring season. Want to do this impromptu live to talk about my relaxed hair journey. That's it. That's all. Please make sure you shout out and subscribe to everybody here in the chat. Shout out this beautiful queen right here. Her name is Latin Splaining with Denise. Please get her a subscription. Also, please give a subscription to Irby Fatal. That's Miss Latin Splaining. Mr. Uncommon Sense. Please, when you see them out here in these YouTube streets, show them some love. Show them some love. Hit the like or subscribe. Or you know what? Just spend some time on their channel. Check out their shorts. Check out their live streams. Check out their content. And see what you think about them. And not to forget, Mr. Third World Colombian representing Texas in the building. Thank you for pulling up on me too. If you guys know, I definitely have a new channel. It's called NY Grapevine. I did a video over there today. I was talking about how I'm managing my channel. So if you know, go check out the channel over there. Go see what it's like. You don't got to spend a lot of time. It's not that much content over there, but you may like it. So in case you know, this is the channel at NY Grapevine. I'm talking about ish over there. Tea, gossip, drama, funny stuff. This was today's video. I did a how-to video over there. So again, please go like and subscribe over there. If you know, you know. If not, hey, just show love. That's the channel right there. Take a picture, pause this, screen record this, go follow me there. That's it. That's all. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Happy weekend. We got work tomorrow, right? Yeah, we gotta go to work. But again, check me out later, guys. Check my community channel. I think I'm gonna do open discussion probably around 6 p.m. ish today. I feel like I've been missing y'all and I've been slacking. My daughter's birthday was last week and life be life. And so that's all I got for y'all. I ain't gonna lie, but I'll check you guys out soon. And thank you guys for popping in. Also, I'm sorry, the introvert Bariqua, another Texas fellow in the building. I'm sorry, Ramon. I saw you, but then I didn't see you. So you just disappeared on me real quick. So I didn't know where you went, but sorry. Also, make sure you like and subscribe to Introvert Bariqua's channel. Here he is right here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on him, or like I said with everyone else, check out his shorts, check out his videos, see what you think. If it's for you, give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you. They show me love. I'm showing love right back. So if you know, you know. Peace out, y'all. This was me talking about the price of beauty, my thoughts on how it is. I'll talk to you guys later.